Hello, another episode of StartUp Rant, and today we're going to talk about people and companies and groups that can help entrepreneurs, startup people, startup companies in any way that they can. Because here in Croatia, we maybe don't have a lot of VCs or incubators or accelerators. That's just like in the last 5 or 6 years is coming about. But there are groups the, that are funded, that are kind of gathered around certain goals, and that is the actual that entrepreneur spirit. Today, Anna from Act Group is going to talk about what they do. Of course, we're going to find out a little bit more about her as well, as there are individuals who are putting their time and effort to help other people. That they actually have like 40 something companies in their portfolio that they helped, that they backed, not just with the money but actually with the mentorship and all that. And even my company, the startup that I'm co-founder of, was part of their program. So it's really cool, and she will call upon me, you will see in the talk, about some stuff because every relationship is a two-way relationship, and sometimes you're busy and you don't have time to take care of little things that make other party happy, and you just listen to the talk. Thank you. Of course, all the links for the Act Grupa and all the links for how to watch this episode on of this amazing videocast, you can find in the description. So please click on that, support people, support them, and if you're part of those programs, click like. If you're not part of those programs, click like, because they need to know, they know, but they need to know that we appreciate what they're doing, and that you all appreciate what they're trying to do for all other entrepreneurs here in Croatia and around. Thank you. So we are recording another episode of Startup Rant, and today we have Act Grupa here. Well, actually, one person of the whole group that is, well, you share the first A of the Act. You are Anna.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Well, Anna, ACT is Grupa, and you are Anna Brigovic, which is AB. So are we doing the like IBM HAL 2001 movie reference here, or what are we doing here? Are you so mysterious that you have like all the members having the names of the letters of your group or something?
No, we don't have anyone named C.
Why?
It's only like A to T, because T is
the founder, right? And he's the last in this. So we have Anna as the beginning, T as like Alpha and Omega. So another reference, but
yes, I love this.
Yeah, and C.
So I'm the Alpha, obviously. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and he's the end of it. And
oh my God, once a guy chatted me up.
Yeah.
And he was something hunting references. And I said, yeah, sure. I mean, I can go and get it with my pack. And he was like, you can't have a pack. I'm like, why not? Well, you have to be an alpha to have a pack. And I was like, well, duh. And he was like, but only men can be alphas.
Oh, so he never heard about hyenas, I guess.
Can you imagine that in like, I think that was 2019, I'm gonna guess, because last year I didn't go out, so no one could hit on me.
There was like one city in America, United States of Great America, that they made a joke, and so somebody like listed one woman to be mayor or something in a
Mhm.
like a council for a joke. Like everybody voted for her. So
Really funny.
it's really funny in a way that people think like um, male, female, alpha, omega. Like we are right now in the society that's like mostly perceived as a, like male society, but all the societies in the beginning of from the beginning of the time and throughout ages and even right now in the like societies in the other countries that are not like populated in the great Europe and America are more female centric because the wisdom and the knowledge and actually the values and gathering comes from the females.
You're so enlightened. I mean,
No, I'm just
what-
ranting because this is startup rant, and if I don't do this, I'm gonna lose the license of.
no, I agree. We should rent, and it's like females are really important. I like them way more in every
Mhm.
species. So like
Okay.
my dog is a female, you know, because they're easier to train.
Okay. Which phone?
Uh,
Which phone are you using?
phone?
Yeah, phone, smartphone. Do you have a smartphone?
Yeah,
Eh,
LG. And
LG. Okay.
but they're not going to produce them anymore. So I'm going to have to switch
Yeah.
something else with time, which is really uncomfortable because, you know, you buy the same brand and then just put them next to each other and everything just copies and you're like,
Yeah.
eh. So why? Which phone are you using?
No, I'm using a Samsung because I need to do switch from the LG. But the point was that I was hoping you will say iPhone, and I use Siri as a personal assistant, which is a female voice.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
my Hey
Just
Google
ranting.
is my Hey Google is on mute. So he
Okay, so we wasted some time
right.
on
I mean,
discussing some
like, I
kind of
think we already lost all of the 5 people in the audience. So like, let's
yeah.
do.
Well, it's beautifully. This is not going live. It's going to be like recording, and we're going to put it there. So all the people who are going to tune in, like, will be like, okay, maybe something right now maybe happens, and she actually tells us what Act Grupa is, but we're gonna keep it mysterious. You said females, and you like females as a species.
As a as a species, right? Sure, of
There's a
aliens,
movie actually called
as an alien species. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
okay.
Oh my God! So
Yes.
this is a stand-up comedy
Yeah,
podcast, pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah. When I said to my family I'm gonna be a stand-up comedian, nobody laughed. But when I do it right now, everybody's laughing at me.
Right? Everyone. It's like me and all my imaginary friends are laughing.
Yeah.
So seriously,
So, okay.
hi Mira, thank you for having me. My name is Ana Brigovic, and as you already mentioned, I work at our Grupa. Our group is a non-for-profit. It's 18 years old, so it's, you know, it can drink now. It's at the legal limit. What we do is we
In
develop
Croatia, it's legal permit in Croatia, not in the United States.
exactly,
Just
but
just
that's
to be
okay. That's
no.
okay because our group is from Čakovec, which is in Croatia. So
Yeah.
you
So you
know,
don't want to like have some kind of a kids in America right now listening to this because we are
oh my
all around the
God.
world as a startup rant. You don't want to say somebody on the court in New York saying, well, Anna said I can drink because it's 18 and, you know.
Kids, you know, it's like do whatever you think is best. I'm not your mom. I don't care.
I'm not raising you. I'm raising a company or actually,
Like 40 companies.
yeah.
So what we do is we develop and strengthen the impact ecosystem. And to have an ecosystem, you need to have a lot of different players. Impact is everything that has a positive return for the society or the environment, which is pretty much the same thing, given that the society lives in the environment. So we have two verticals. One strengthens the other civil society organizations. So we do capacity building, access to finance, networking, visibility, and stuff like that. And the other vertical, the department is entrepreneurial support. And I am the manager of that department, as well as the business development of the whole group.
So how's that going in entrepreneurial business? Are there many female?
Yeah, half of our portfolio is female, but that's because we do daring, and daring is a entrepreneurial support program targeted at female entrepreneurs and founders. We also have some young entrepreneurs. We have the Remarkable program. So that one targets people who are 35 or younger.
Remarkable.
And all, yeah.
Isn't it incredible?
No, that's the cartoon.
Oh, okay.
A really, really good one. No, Remarkable is before this, I had, you have to reinvent yourself several times in your life. So I used to be a copywriter, do ads, and then I switched to strategic marketing. And there was a really, really important persona in my life was Seth Godin. I used to like gobble this up like 20 years ago, 15 years ago. I just studied all of this. And he was like, the most important thing in marketing is to be remarkable. And that means worthy of making a remark about. So there you have it. And now I can finally use it, I can like say entrepreneurs are remarkable.
Yeah. It's more like, do you want to be a guy who wrote a book, or a guy that 100 books puts you in the footnotes?
The other one.
Yeah.
I don't have enough focus and discipline to sit down and write a book. I mean, you have to sit on your ass quite a lot. I'm waiting for the day for the voice to text to become like really smooth.
Well, you don't have to do it. You can always hire a ghostwriter.
Oh yeah, like an assistant, like someone who
ghostwriter.
No. I always want to have like a stenographer, someone who just type everything I say. That'd be like cool. Yeah. But then now we have technology, so I think voice to text is like way more realistic.
So do you see like technology right now, because you're working with so many startups and you're working with so many entrepreneurs? Do you see technology going in that kind of a direction, that we will have kind of a surrogates or even full-fledged personas, but that are actually artificial and doing the jobs that right now are like copywriting, because there are already AIs that do that? And do you think that will be changed in the future?
Well, it's going to progress for sure. I mean, the trends are going that way. The personalization should become like really, really developed. So the series and the Google Assistant that we mentioned, they should within a decade become like targeted just for us personally, and not be so generalistic. But the AIs now, I just read recently an author, he had an AI write a book for him. He said it wasn't much better than his book, creativity and language wise, but it wasn't worse either. So
okay, that could be scary in a way.
It's a tiny bit demoralizing. No, but I think it's genius.
Okay.
I think like the moment our brains and the mental power and focus are free from all of these things that we need to think about right now. It's like what I'm gonna eat for breakfast. Did I turn on the lights or off, or did I lock my door, whatever. One moment AI does all this for me. So that's gonna leave a lot of resources and energy in my brain to come up with new adventures and ideas. So I'm like really looking forward to this. It's like, it's going to be a completely new world and frontier of human mischief. And, it's like.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. I think like, the
But it's
future will
like,
be fun.
maybe
Should be
not
fun.
though, or maybe not, given
Well,
that I think like in our lifetime, we're gonna have a lot of problems with environmental refugees and, it's like unpleasant stuff like that. So the heats, the colds, the whatever, a lot of waste everywhere, not such quality air, the tiny little problems of the.
yeah, but good for business, good for society. It should be like a kind of a footnote in every business right now. That's my opinion. And you mentioned 40 some companies under your roof, let's say like that, under your mentorship,
Yeah.
under your mothership. Or
I
like
actually counted them before I came here. It's like 53 at the moment.
53. Cool.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what
But
kind of companies
47
do?
are really active.
47.
Are
What-
active, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to mention those that are sleeping right now and maybe listening
No.
to this to wake up? Come on, let's
No,
drop
no,
some names.
no, it's fine.
No, it's
You
I
know
want
what?
to I want to hear some names. I want to like put them on the
Well,
front page.
you're one of the you're one of the hibernating ones.
Thank you for that because I
Yeah.
am the part of
Well,
your
not the
program.
startup Rant.
No, the other company that
I'm
started
quite
having.
updated. Yeah, I'm updated on the startup Rant. I'm getting
Yeah.
invested. But the
Yeah,
one that
but our beyond scene screen right now is
Yeah.
like it's not actually hibernating. It's actually thank you for opportunity to promote in my own startup, my other startup Rant, my podcast, videocast, my other startup.
Well, that's what I do. You see,
Yeah,
I do
yeah,
a
that's
platform.
what you do, and beautiful for that. And beyond the screen, an X-ray app is right now you know, you will get those emails that I promised, and everything is fine, everything is cool, and video recognition system and software and solutions are rising up right now. That's cool because people need that in life. For if we can take burden of people working in the office looking at something, doing something that our software can change, that's beautiful thing to do, because we're not changing anybody's life in a maybe I don't know what kind of a way life, but it's changing the dreadful tasks that we are all bored of. Back to those 47 that are alive and kicking, and I guess talking to you every day.
No, it's not every day. So what you can do to be active, it's you can update me, obviously, like you did now. But we have open door.
Not just you, I
hours.
updated the whole world right now.
Right. But so we offer office hours. I'm available every 3 weeks. So that's not everyone comes at the same time. So people circulate. So I pretty much see everyone, I don't know, once a quarter, I think. And there are also the little nerds who I see every 3 weeks. Some even ask for more frequent ones, so like every other week. We have an online resource, the Accelerator, with courses. We match with one-on-one mentors that are specific to the business function and the area that someone needs capacity building in. And all of the mentors are entrepreneurs and have a really relevant experience, but it's also very important to have a human fit. So not everyone can transfer knowledge to everyone else. And also we from our Grupa mentors, so our finance director, we have a guy for sales, and I also mentor sometimes in business development and positioning, but less and less. I don't really have time. We also boost a lot of companies with visibility. So we help with PR, we share on our channels, and we also do videos and photos and stuff like that. But to be boosted, you need to send us the content about you. So And
Yeah, mea culpa. I was trying to be on those webinars, and I was there that you provided, but you know, as we are like, as a startup, lots of things can change, lots of things can happen, and I'm just like to talk about this in a way that people don't understand that when they're in the startup world, well, entering the startup world, that all those ideas that you have in your head sometimes is going to change a little bit. So when you did had those webinars with the people who are not even here in Croatia, but they're like in other countries and trying to help, like I booked the time, then I go there and I was like really excited about it. But I'm also nervous because somebody was calling me about the, in my case, video recognition software. Can we do the meeting? And then you have to wait in. Do I gonna be like a half hour on this webinar or I'm gonna do this call? What's the best thing? And sometimes I missed two, like I said, mea culpa, because I had to like, I don't want to offend these guys because they're a big company and I try to get that meeting booked like for 5 months. So sorry, Act Group, but I had to go to that.
yeah, we know this. It's not, this happens every week. It's a normal thing. So, you know, you're building your business, you're really busy. So learning and going for development is actually another job. And I know there's a huge overload. It's really small teams with, you know, pretty humble salaries, working like 20 hours a day. I know it's really hard. So that's not, we don't take issue with this at all. You know, if you sign up, but you can't show up, you just text or email. That's fine. So the only cardinal sin that I always emphasize, like, please don't do this, like the silent treatment. So you can do whatever, just let us know, you know, just to be human about it. But that's because it's a really important business message. So the lesson. So
Yeah.
you have to maintain the relationship. That's the most, you know, valuable thing you have as a business. And if you don't follow up or come back to the person or reply, then that's just poor practice. Like, guys, no. So that's my first lesson in professionalism. It's like, always call up.
And that's
Yeah.
what I like about Act Grupa, because you know you're really out there, you're really with us who are participating in your programs and all the stuff that you have. But let's imagine that right now somebody is listening to this who is not part of all those startups, 50 something. How do they end up in the program? What they need to do? And you
For the
have not one
entrepreneurial
program,
support,
you
yeah.
have like several of them.
Yeah, we have calls. So start something on your own is beginning of year, and then remarkable is next quarter, and then daring is fall winter. We just finished also Click for Business, which was sponsored by Google, but I don't think there's going to be a new run on this because Google changed their strategy. So
It didn't click.
No, it clicked, but they really wanted to do digitalization, and then they realized that maybe social businesses and impact businesses are more important. So we're waiting for the new call because we fundraise, yeah. So
Yep.
people can apply for any of the programs, but when the call is out, so you can check us on social media, follow us, and see what's, you know, what's coming up. We also do open door, so anyone can actually email or drop by, and we sometimes pick up people just because, you know,
Just because they're like cool.
just because they're sweet and they need help. I don't know. So I try not to.
You try not to pick up the cool and sweet and
I try not to outside of the calls that much because, you know, it's like, because this is the thing with us. So you enter the program and then the program ends, but our support doesn't. So we have really active involvement with the alumni, and we pretty much stay with the business forever until they, as long as they want. So that means no one really leaves. So the number just keeps rising and rising. So I try not to pick up that many businesses that I just kind of, run into. But yeah, that also happens. It's like at least a couple a year.
Okay, is this Hotel California, that song,
No.
You can enter, but
It's
you can
not.
never leave?
It's not the song You Can Leave. You can leave.
Is this like a
honestly.
family? The family?
Yeah,
Like,
it's a little bit like a familia. But,
okay. Do I need to bring my brush and some kind of, sweet potatoes, or I don't know, maybe some kind of, pizza or something. I don't know, wine. I have wine.
I like wine.
Then it
I
is
mean,
done. We're gonna do business. Okay, so in the end, I just sounded like more like from the east, but doesn't matter. We have everything.
doesn't matter.
We have olives as well. So
Okay, so Greek, yeah.
we can go whichever country we can make business. And that's the
No,
another
I didn't receive my second dose, so I don't have my COVID certificate yet. I can't travel yet.
okay.
I'm waiting.
Okay, when you
waiting.
do.
It's like 2 more weeks, and then I can see the world again.
Oh my God! You can't even see the world. And
No,
about the COVID, I have two questions. The one question.
Only 2. Okay.
No, it was produced by these responses of yours. One was like, okay, when I entered the program, but let's say that somebody is listening to this who is not the part of the Grupa, and do they have connections to the other kind of, I don't know, networks, EU, European Union, or USA, or something like that? And when you mentioned right now the kind of, I don't know, connections, what else can people expect from these programs of yours?
We are connected in a lot of European and regional groups and networks that are based on social and impact entrepreneurship. So, but that's mostly for networking the organizations like us, the providers, the supporters. Business-wise, we simply network with whoever is relevant and all of our portfolio. So
okay, but I'm let's say I'm company here in Croatia, and I'm doing something good for society, and I want to connect with somebody, let's say, and I want to connect somebody to somebody in the, I don't know, Italy or Norway, or maybe in the Ukraine, for example. Do you provide that kind of help? Like you will say, oh yeah, we know somebody who is VC there, who is accelerator or incubator or something like that, that we can connect you with those people. So you're on your own, but we can connect you there. Or you don't do that at all. Or you, even when you do that, you will say, hey, and there is Marta, and she's really good because she has a vineyard, and as I said, I like wine. So you said, so she's really good to connect you with the people in the yada yada yada.
Yeah, we network with whoever we know, of course. And even if we don't really know the person, but we are still in the position to facilitate the relationship, we do, of course. However, I have to put a little disclaimer here. We are not that oriented towards investors. Not that we don't know any or anything, but it's just that our principles and values are based on organic growth. So we really push for sales with all of our entrepreneurs. So it's way more likely that you're going to get connected to the supermarket or something like that
And
instead
it's
of the
even better.
VC.
It could even be better because when you look at it, if you're somebody who is working here in Croatia, you maybe don't need, uh, of course, you need money, but to just have a foot in the door in the France, providing your olive oil or something like that, or maybe your product that's having a social impact as I don't know, a smartwatch or something like that, that is beneficial on its own.
You had to say France. I don't know anyone in France, and it's like it's such a sore. It's like I need a connection in France.
Well, it's that kind of tiny or big country in the middle of the Europe that's kind of like connected with all those countries around. So it's kind of a
I know where it is. I've been.
me too, but it's kind of it's kind of like octopus. It can connect you to all of those
Oh yeah.
countries
France
around.
is really cool.
Well,
But
is it cool?
it is. It's a useful market for business. It's in the middle, and it has a lot of businesses, not just European. So it's a much better connection to Middle East than like we are.
Yeah,
for
especially
example.
to the China, and they are connected to Japan as well. I'm a movie buff, so France is my like go-to country, and as also the audiophile a little bit. I like the music from there, and so
Yeah, like
that's
French rap, right? It's so amazing.
yeah,
So,
especially when you combine that with the movies like Taxi or Yamakasi, that's beautiful. But I'm more like Edith Piaf or Zaz, like a little bit more chanson. And if you go to the movies, I would always prefer a little bit more of a Jean-Paul Belmondo and all those old movies. But the beautiful thing is that they have beautiful cinematography, and even the people from this space and place from the I don't know Balkan worked beautiful there in the movie and the TV settings and music as well. Yeah, and comic books. Yeah,
yeah, it's a really good
like
publishers.
Enki Bilal, beautiful guy, writing beautiful comics, and he's actually from Bosnia, if I'm not mistaken right now, because I'm jumping all over the place right now. But well, heritage, he comes from there. But beautiful comics, even movies were filmed upon his comics. Yeah, cool. Now I'm ranting again.
No,
So
I agree about the comics. Isn't Europe Comics the whole headquarters somewhere in France, I think?
I think it is.
Yeah.
But when you look like Italy, providing the craziest comics ever, like Alan Ford.
But they're all it's low budget, so everything
Yeah.
is black and white. So
Yeah. But that's the when you go to the Japan or something like that, everything is black and white.
not everything is black and
Not
white.
everything,
That's
okay,
not true.
but the I didn't say everything. Like, okay, sorry, Anna.
Not all of the mangas are black and white. So
Okay,
there's a lot of like really wonderful artwork in pencil work and the stroke, but
like
I need colors. I like colors. It's like
which one? One Piece, or are we talking about Death Note, or what were we talking right now?
What are we talking about?
Yeah,
We're
about
talking about comics.
yeah,
and I
about
just
comics from Japan and East.
really
Yeah, what do you
not all
like there?
over. No, I'm a completely 100% American
Oh, which one?
comics. Most everything that comes out of Image,
Okay.
and lately Boom and Aftershock been having really great titles.
Vertigo.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I read everything that was there before it
Nice.
got, and now and since I was a kid, I've been a Marvel kid. So
Okay.
what you gonna do?
I don't know. I'm DC more in the comic
I know.
department, but I'm like even if you ask me, some stuff I would like have issues with DC and Marvel, but from the Mark Miller and some some new guys, even Sandman from but that's where to go. So I think it is. Need to check that. TV show is coming soon. So Sandman.
The Sandman, yeah.
Yeah.
It is vertical. It was the Sandman, the
Yeah.
Endless, all of it. Which is also DC.
Yeah. Which is like I said, this is more like a guy.
No, but that's okay, fine. No, but Vertigo that had amazing titles. That was great. When when you say
Yeah.
DC, it's like Superman and Batman.
Yeah, and that's it. Like Wonder Woman, the
and
Holy
Wonder
Trinity.
Woman and Birds of Prey and then there's amazing things in DC. I really like the Midnighter and Apollo and all of them. So that was a cool, cool guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so the topic of today's talk is
Anna.
comics.
No. Today topic is Anna, and we right now find out that you're not just
Oh yeah, I'm a total
spearheading.
comic nerd.
Yeah, not
Hi.
just spearheading the Act Grupa and Alpha Omega there about the business and whatnot, and having 50 plus companies that you take care of and talk with them. That you're actually a person who like to relax, reading comics and watching, I guess, something on TV. Do you watch TV?
No.
Nothing.
I stare at the computer screen always, all day. Of course, I watch Netflix and HBO Go and stuff like that.
That's beautiful.
Like, who doesn't? It's like I always wanted to be that person who exercises when she doesn't know what to do with herself. Like I'm feeling down or like aimless, and then I go run. These people. I envy these people so much, but I'm not that person. When I feel bored, I eat and watch TV show or read a comic. That's what I do.
Yeah.
So.
I like have a stack of books always around me, oh, the movies didn't came in the December, so I had to reread this. Of course, I could go to the, I don't know, run course or forest or something.
Forest is fine because
I
you
like
walk
forests
and it's nature and stuff. But I think the CrossFit exercise types.
But the funny
like
thing is, when I go to the forest, I usually have one of these in my bag. Just I would like to sit down, take a coffee, sandwich, and read a book in the middle of the forest.
I agree. I was in nature like 2 days ago, sitting on a meadow, looking at trees. There were goats. That was amazing. And I was like, why don't I have a book with me? and that was like, I was real sad. I missed the book.
Yeah, well, funnily about those books that they are really available in the bookstores, but
you need to pack them with you.
Yeah,
right.
And I'm still refusing to buy Kindle or something like that because I like.
I read on the screen a lot.
That's why I'm refusing. That's why I'm refusing, because I read all those stuff that I'm reading on the book on the documents and everything on the screen. So it would be like a chore, not an enjoyment to read it. I don't know. I'm probably gonna change that because there's there's only so much books that you can bring in the bag before you have too hefty a bag. So, one question. 50 plus companies.
47 are active, so let's focus on them.
Okay, let's focus on them. 47 are active. Should I say stay or should I go with part of one song? Somebody who's watching this and trying to wait in, not in reading comics, not in going to the forest or a meadow, but actually starting a business. Should they do it? Is this a right time to do it right now after and during the pandemic? Is it after? Well, you also said you
Okay.
can't travel or something like that. This is a serious question. What
I'm gonna
those
travel in 2
40,
weeks.
yeah, but those 47 businesses experiences, is it worth it?
Uh, it's not a question about being worth it. If you're a creative person, if you need to create something, then it's a compulsion. Then you just have to do it, and that's what entrepreneurs are. So they just have to start a company and do something, and if it doesn't work out, start the next one. So that's just an act of creation, and yes, it is worthy. It's you should live the way you are. What is really important to emphasize that we don't really support idea stage. Very, very rarely, only with like people who are like really like wow in their pitches. We prefer to support what
Just putting
we,
like a finger here because I'm gonna ask you later on. Who?
okay.
Okay, continue.
We support businesses over 1 year or older because there is something really valuable in going through the birth phase and all of the early struggles on your own. So that grows a special robustness and strength in the
A
founders.
fight in them.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna put myself in the position to tell someone should they start a business or not. If they have the drive, then there isn't really any choice. And if they are gonna be an entrepreneur, they're gonna probably, build something and then call me in a year. But I am willing to see if the business model is, makes sense and do the whole plan evaluation. I do that, so that's enough, I think. Does that answer your question? Should someone start a business in the pandemic? I mean, like, what does it matter if it's a pandemic or not? There are always challenges. It's not going to be.
Yeah, and actually, that's the
It's,
beautiful answer because there are always challenges, and when I ever hear somebody saying, we've had problems during the pandemic and during this and during that, I also point out that there were companies who were actually doing better. Like whole Croatia was so many times mentioned in the startup world because 2020 was like the year for startups in Croatia from info
oh no, that the
day.
businesses did amazing. It's amazing.
It's
So
amazing.
so the event industry went really bad.
Yeah.
And
Tourism
producers
industry went bad, but like,
producers who depend on hospitality, so they need to sell to them, they kind of stagnated. There wasn't any significant growth. We have one gym health fitness thingy business. They suffered a lot. But besides, for those couple of guys and girls, like, people grew. It was an amazingly good year. And it's not just financially, it's the market spreads, growth and entering new markets. I don't know, the architecture of the product lines got expanded. So new sales points, so pretty good, yeah.
Beautiful.
A lot of organic growth. So I'm just like, so is it the bubble gonna burst now after the COVID? Because there has to be some sort of consequence. So are we going into inflation? Question mark. Probably, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So maybe the dues will be paid this year. We'll see. The transportation is getting way more expensive. The basic commodities and resources are getting way more expensive. So what are you going to do? So you sell something, and now the cardboard that is packaged in and the shipment and everything is like 200 or 1,000 times more expensive. and you can't increase your price because people are going to be like, what? So that's funny or sad.
I don't know. I'm just thinking like, should I go to the cardboard business right now? Should I
Oh my God, if I had the money right now, I would so go into sea transport. I'd be like buying transport ships and little, you know, containers.
But you do know that there was one ship that stuck in some kind of canal and everybody was
Yeah,
and
that was amazing.
It's still battling over the prices, how to, you know, I'm just hoping they're not so the I don't know, some kind
That was insane. That was funny. Wasn't that funny? Like Ever Given, and then it's like tiny little bulldozers trying to dig out this huge ship.
I think that that's kind of a metaphor for life, you know. There were always those big companies, and then when you turn around the corner, you realize that actually those big companies are paying little companies do their work, you know, or something
Right.
like that.
They need the tiny little ones to
There's
dig them out.
there's always the one guy who is like with a shovel, working all night long, or that make the business stick. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so you want to tell me that I need to go into the cardboard business and the shipment business, and that
No, but you can choose one. It doesn't have to be that. It's like you can go into, I don't know.
I want to diversify. I don't want to, you know, hit another pandemic. I don't know, maybe some
Oh, yeah,
bug
sure.
that's eating the cardboard, or there's another ship stuck somewhere, you know.
Yeah. I would like to buy zinc also. Like that seems.
The what?
Yeah. Zinc, the supplement, the material, the mineral. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah. That's good
okay.
business. So come on, talk about commodities and resources.
Okay.
So it's not about gold or, you know.
No. Okay, I understand that. So you mentioned those that you maybe would support and work with the companies on idea stage if that idea is
Mind blowing.
mind
No, if
blowing.
it's really solid, you know, it's.
Do
if
you
it's
do you
solid.
have something in portfolio that we can right now like to help those guys or girls out and say they were on the idea stage and they were right now part of that group, and there were
Yeah,
like
several.
several nice. We
Several.
have several mind-blowing experiences in your company.
First of all, before me, I'm like only 3 years in that group.
Only okay.
So
In startup
these,
world, that's already like, where is
right.
my 10x? Where is my 10x?
So those policies kind of changed a little bit. Before there was a lot of support for the idea stage. So last year we had these 3 guys in there, you know.
You know, there's a movie coming up right now calling Free Guys. So if you are going to get hashtags or something or mention in the Google's something.
I'm not being sponsored by this movie.
Okay.
So I'm just looking forward to say that they're not really young, in a really nice way. So
What
they
does
have a
that
lot
mean? They're not young. Like I'm not young.
Oh my God, like middle age.
What
So,
is middle age? I'm like on my 1/8 of the life right now.
are you though?
I am.
So how long is this lifespan of yours?
Pretty long.
Right. Okay.
So back to those middle-aged guys who have
I'm thinking I might be on like a third of my lifespan. So
I'm so sorry to hear that.
and I'm dreading this. Like, why do we have to live so long now? Like, what's happening? Like, why? But anyway.
Okay, you do know I had like guests who are like in the also like in the mental health or something like that. Maybe we need to work on that as well with you. Who as a
Why?
how do you mean you're on the third part of your life?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm projecting like 120 in this scenario.
Yeah, that's my like second part of the 8 parts.
Okay. Oh my God. Like what?
Yeah.
Anyway, so you can do the math now. So you can like take
We-
120 and you know.
people can do the math. We're gonna do something else, and those are middle-aged guys who are.
No, I'm not going to talk about it now because it's like it sounds real bad with the
But,
middle age.
okay, but they have an idea, who is incredible idea, which is was what that you supported.
Okay, so they have a bug farm, and they do from the and they make animal feed from
The bug farm,
yeah,
like not
like bugs.
buggy, like coding, like development something.
No, like insects.
Like literal, like
they have
bugs.
like an insect farm,
Okay.
and they make animal feed from the bugs. So it's a completely circular economy, given the insects are fed with, you know, food waste pretty much. And
So there's a cow who is after.
no, it's mostly fish and chickens, and also pets.
Fish and okay.
And pets.
And
but not yet. It's still not in
pets.
Croatia. The pet food, they are not producing it yet. They just started last year, but it's coming. So I fed my dog with worms. Why not? I mean, with, you know, with dry food, but
like not the worms, but actually cookies that are made
yeah
from the proteins of the worms.
yeah. You make a protein flour from, you know, they get cooked, actually, you know, dried and
Okay. So
milk, and it's a flour. And what is it the difference to the dog? Seriously, if it's chicken flour or worm flour, on like, the dog doesn't care. It's really healthy, high nutrient protein with a lot of essential, you know, minerals and elements, and it could be better than ground up chicken bones.
yeah, and this is interesting because Irena Kurtaniec was a guest here talking about putting a startup accelerator that they had for the pet food and pet friendly startups. So those guys, girls, whatnot, can actually apply there also for some kind of connections.
Yeah.
Money
Okay.
and whatnot, so we can talk about that later. So enough, but that's interesting. Did they ever thought about going for because a few years ago, when actually 2019, I was on one presentation where people were presenting cricket something food for humans, like
Yeah.
snacks or something like that.
It's not legal in Croatia to
Yeah,
sell
that's why they're not
insects.
still in the shops right now. Yeah.
For human food, but it's probably gonna happen. My background is, as I said, market strategies and advertising. So I don't think that's gonna be big with Europeans. I don't see Europeans shifting towards insect-based food, but we are having more and more migrants. But it's a cultural difference, so it's super normal, you know, to eat in Asia. But until the behavioral norms change in Europe, it's going to take a couple of generations. But there's going to be early adopters for sure, like people who are really environmentally driven and really aware, and, you know, all of the maybe vegetarians and stuff like that. So we'll see. I'm more looking forward to the lab grown meat than to insects, to be
Yeah,
honest.
they're like really right now expanding in that area. Even the big names from
Yeah.
startup worlds in the United States are right now backing those companies and those startups. And also there are lots of companies like doing only protein based food, which is like the people always like say it's not, if it's vegan or something like you lack the proteins, you like this, but it can be compensated, especially with the fungus family. There's lots of fungi that can be used for that. So it's really interesting that people are discovering, and something that was like in the past, because in the past people didn't eat so much meat. You know, they couldn't.
Meat should be like cake, honestly. It's
Yeah,
like,
once a week.
it's a special event, right?
Yeah, like Coca-Cola, like, you know, you only eat it for the Christmas, drink it for the Christmas. I'm just joking because right now it's in the media, and this episode will be close to that. So yeah, meat and everything, like we always think about stuff in front of us, let's say like that, and we don't try to expand a little bit more around the surroundings that we are. And that's what I like about accelerators, incubators, and Grupa, and everybody who is trying to provide that kind of an insight and connect us all together. And you know, when I was on one event that you held, there was like these guys who were doing like like these kind of labs, scientific labs for kids on open.
Oh yeah.
And that's beautiful, because you know, when you try to learn mathematics, when you try to learn about the physics, it's always like dry content, and those guys actually put whole park. And I really was sad when the pandemic hit and that people couldn't go there and actually experience that, because that's so cool.
They reopened. You can go now.
Yeah, I know they reopened, but that's the point of this talk that I'm trying to say. This beautiful stuff is out there, and we just need to collaborate and talk about it.
Yeah, we have several businesses that are into better and more accessible education.
Mm.
And all of them have cracked the same secret, and it's like it shouldn't be so dry. It should be way more engaging. Because,
Yeah, it's like martini. Don't make it dry.
Well, no, it's like the martini I really like extremely dry. So, you know, to each their own.
Yeah, okay. So
But,
if you don't
but
like
it-
dry martini, go to the something more wet.
Right. So I think with all of the knowledge transfers, it should be like really engaging. And it's not just for children, it's for grown-ups as well. I mean, and you, as you said in the example of your startup, it's like such an overload, you know, of different, I don't know, notifications, calls, needs. Someone is always there. There's something, it's just your brain is completely like, Jesus. So, well, no. So yeah, that makes my job exciting. I need to be engaging. So I need to mix it up, online, offline,
Yeah, beautiful.
informal and casual, like really classroom style. So you never know what's gonna
You're like,
hit you. It's like it's always
something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen.
It's always a surprise, right? It's like there's a toy inside, or no, maybe it's a dud. I don't know. So
it's like a Kinder egg, right? Yeah.
yeah, surprise.
There's a chocolate and there is a toy, and I don't know what's inside, but every fifth one of them could be a Smurf. So yeah.
And the other four are just lame, like real
They're
lame.
not lame. I actually like every chocolate and a toy. Come on.
Some of the toys are really, really lame. Come on. It's like really like what?
Okay, there are some that are like, you know, really somebody did this, like somebody set and
Oh my God.
spend time designing this. Like,
Right. Someone drew it up in the computer and then it got printed and put
Yeah.
in an egg.
yeah, and
chocolate
sometimes
egg.
I just hope maybe they just made one, and I'm the unlucky guy who got that one, and that's it. They will not sell this anymore, ever, because it is what
Oh,
it.
so you think like you're the lucky one with a collectible item, right? Yeah, like that's gonna happen. What is, I mean,
Oh man,
have you heard of probability?
Mm. Yeah, I heard there's a kind of a black hole.
Oh, you're
right
such
now.
an optimist. That's adorable. I didn't know this because you're always like, really into this
What?
juicier approach to humor. That's a lot of
Yeah,
well, my style. I appreciate this. We relate.
yeah.
So I didn't pay attention to you actually being a total sweetie and an optimist.
Well, I'm not gonna burst any bubbles of any people who are watching this, but as a human being and being alive, optimist is a given.
Really?
Precognition to even be alive. And now when you
No,
Google
I'm
precognition,
the
you will.
delusional one. I think I'm the rational. It's like
There is no
not-
rationals.
neither optimistic or negative
There's no rational people in the world.
Really?
Yeah,
Tell me about this.
I will. But right now we're ending the episode.
Okay, so all of the irrational people out there listening, thank you for your time.
And this was
And
Anna,
attention.
which
And
is
I
Alpha.
can't believe you made it an hour of this.
If somebody was listening to this all time and survived all the time till the
We should
end
be
of the
friends,
time,
right?
like those people need to contact us personally because we need a support group for
Exactly.
this.
Exactly. So if you're listening right now, call me or email me or find me on whatever social media. 'cause
Which
we
social
should-
media you
we
are?
should-
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Oh my God. You're so flattering. I mean, thank you. No, I don't have OnlyFans.
Tinder,
Nope.
Grinder.
No, that neither. What would I do on Grindr? No, I don't have a Grindr.
I need to go through all the controversial ones and
Dude, I don't even use Instagram. I'm like,
Insta what?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I have LinkedIn and Facebook.
That's cool. And
I
nice.
know.
And it's optimistic.
I am old.
You're optimistic.
Maybe I just don't want to be found.
No.
No, I'm pretty sure that the people that need to find me, they're gonna find me. Probably.
You do know how creepy that sounds.
I know. I mean, I meant it to sound inviting.
Invite. Oh, okay. Anna, thank you so much for this call. This is the craziest talk I ever had on this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if I come back, we're gonna raise this bar.
Well, if those people who wanna find you do not find you in the
In the basement.
we're gonna have another talk.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Hopefully without Oyuha, however that's pronounced, boards.
What?
OUJI board.
Okay.
Calling the dead board.
Ouija board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need somebody to correct me sometimes,
Okay.
Can't be always right.
Fine. Yeah. Hopefully I'm gonna be in the flesh and not just spiritual.
Yeah. Anna, thank you for this. Bye.
Bye.